People versus Asia Truelove. Mr. Bowditch.
For the record, Your Honor, Jeffrey Bowditch, 45367, appearing on behalf of and with Ms. Truelove by Zoom.
And this matter was set for a pretrial today, and you've had an opportunity to have a breakout room with Ms. Truelove.
Yes, Your Honor. Was this also a date for arraignment?
It is.
Then we would waive formal reading, stand mute, ask the court to enter a not guilty plea. As far as the pretrial, Your Honor, we wish a modest adjournment for discovery in this matter.
Okay. I have a September 2nd or September 16th, Mr. Bowditch.
September 16th, Your Honor, if I could.
At 9?
Yes, Your Honor, that'd be fine.
And I'm assigning you on this case. And
Thank you, Your
I'll
Honor.
adjourn the pretrial, Ms. Truelove, to September the 16th at 9 a.m. And that's back on Zoom with me, okay?
Okay, Your Honor.
All right, you're all
Thank you,
set
Ms.
for today.
Truelove.
You're all
Ms.
set for
Truelove, I'll
today.
call you.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're all set for today.
Bye-bye.
And Mr. Bowditch, I have Mr. Beck, or I did have Mr. Beck, or Miss Beck, excuse me, Miss Beck on here. It's a disorderly. The offer is a 3-month deferred for 771, and it would be $300 in costs. I'm going to put you in a breakout room with her. Mr. Bowditch, if you rejoin breakout room number 1, and I'll send Miss Beck there. Miss Beck, all you got to do is hit join.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Mr. Kaplan, on Mr. Bolahanis's case, and that, I have to pull it. Hang on just a second. That's Shami, correct?
Yeah, Jessica Shami or Shami.
Shami. Hang on just a second. People versus Jessica Shami.
Good morning, Your Honor. Gregory Bulahanis on behalf of Jessica Shami.
Shami, sorry.
That's okay. And she's appearing here with me at my office via Zoom, and we consent to proceed via Zoom, Your Honor. And my client's going to avail herself of the plea offer made by the prosecutor of impaired.
Do you understand, ma'am, by pleading guilty that you're giving up your rights as listed in the advice of rights form?
Yes.
And is it true that on or about November the 14th of last year, you were in the city of Romulus and you had consumed alcohol before getting behind the wheel of the vehicle that you were driving?
Yes.
As a result of your consumption of alcohol, your ability to drive was impaired?
Yes.
Took a breathalyzer and blew above the legal limit?
We'll stipulate it was a BA blood.
Blood.
We'll stipulate it was 0.08 or more.
Do you understand this plea?
Yes.
And is it voluntary?
Yes.
Anybody promise you or threaten you to get you to plead guilty in this matter?
No.
I'll accept your plea. I'm going to put it over for probation to talk to you, and then we'll do a sentencing like this by Zoom. Can I get a cell phone number and an email from you?
Yes. 734-644-3992.
And an email.
It's just my name, Jessica Shami @gmail.
Probation's going to send you some paperwork. You're going to fill it out, and she's going to interview you by Zoom. Then we'll let your attorney know the sentencing date, and we'll see you then. Okay.
Thank you very much, Your Honor. You have a good day and be safe.
Yep. You have a good day too.
Thank you.
Do you want me to bring you all the files?
I can go through them, that's fine, so that you don't have to separate them. I can figure it out.
Here, I only have 2.
Thank you.
Good morning, Mr. Jadala.
Can you make sure that you write and I can see your?
I did. You're here on shoulders.
A few matters, but yeah, shoulders would be the first one.
Okay. Mr. Garrett, can you hear me?
Yes.
Good morning. Let me pull your file. Hang on just a second.
Yeah.
What are we doing on Mr. Garrett's case?
I sent a plea agreement offer on it to the court.
Oh, I thought, never mind, I haven't opened it yet. I thought that this wasn't adjourned and it's not. Do you, Mr. Garrett, I have a couple of files that you owe us money on. And then, is there, as part of your plea, the disorderly is dismissed. What's the status of the C of O though, Officer Schick? Do you want to do a breakout room with Mr. Garrett?
It doesn't matter to me, but there's been no movement on the C of O. He still has not started any process.
Okay, Mr. Garrett, do you want to talk to the court-appointed attorney, or do you just want to talk to the ordinance officer about that? There is an offer on the no C of O of a deferred sentence.
I never got a court date for that.
Okay, well, it's all in front of me right now, so you have a court date today.
Okay.
So do you want to talk to the court-appointed attorney, or do you want to just go into a breakout room with the prosecutor and the ordinance officer to see if you can work out your C of O stuff?
Yeah, that would be fine.
Okay, Mr. Kaplan, if you rejoin breakout room number 2, I'm gonna send the ordinance officer and Mr. Garrett to go ahead and hit join, Mr. Garrett.
Yeah, if you can sit here, please. I sit over here. Yes, sir. Okay.
Good morning, Ms. Webster Cox, and I see that you're checking in for Mr. McNeil.
Good morning, Your Honor. My name is Philip Alter. I'm Miss Webster Cox law clerk.
Oh,
She's not in the office yet. She ran into an emergency this morning.
That's totally fine. We don't have Mr. McNeil on yet either, to my knowledge.
Here with me right now.
Oh, he's there with you. Well, then as soon as she gets in, we'll do his case. That's fine.
Okay, great. Thank you so much for your
You're welcome. And on the iPhone, I apologize. What's your last name?
Shoulders.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay, hang on just a second. Let me pull your file. Okay.
Your Honor, can you verify what that's set for today?
Shoulders. It is just a pre-trial, but hang on, let me pull the file and let me look at it, Mr. Jadala.
Absolutely, Judge.
It is, looks like, yeah, let me look at both of the, yeah, it was just set for an adjourned pre-trial. And I'll tell you, Mr. Jadala, that the offer is a double parking on the driving unsuspended for $400. And then a deferred on the parental responsibility.
You got everything ready?
Yeah. And depending on what the parental responsibility, I'm negotiable on the amount. Okay, do you want me to put you in a breakout room with her?
Please.
Okay, Miss
That's the whole thing.
Shoulders, all you're gonna do is hit join and your attorney will meet you.
I submit 3-4 times, but
first time, but no, it's important. Because that's the whole thing about it.
Go ahead and hit join.
Court cases because you have not submitted the site plan.
no.
Mr. Bajari?
I submit and I have
Mr.
permission.
Bajari?
She know all information.
Hello,
If you have a look.
Mr. Bajari.
I don't know that she has it, but no, city.
Haydar
State doesn't have
Bajari,
that.
hello.
Hello, hi.
Yeah, we can hear you. I would ask that
Yeah.
you mute yourself, but what case are you checking in on?
This for 30929.
No, don't give me a case number. Give me a last name.
Last name Bajari, Bajari.
What time is it set at? I don't see you on my docket.
10.
Oh, okay, hang on.
I come and get a little bit because
It's
I scared
Bajari
last time,
Investments. It's Bajari Investments.
Yes, owner, yes.
All right, mute yourself and I'll have you talk to the prosecutor or the prosecutor or the defense attorney in just a minute, okay? So go ahead and mute yourself.
Yes.
Or I'll do it.
Okay.
Good morning, Mr. Nolan.
Good morning, Your Honor. Sorry.
That's
Took me a while to
okay.
get back to the Zoom.
Mr. Bowditch, are you ready on Ms. Beck's case?
Ready, Your Honor. Could I have the case number, Your Honor?
It's 19-1887.
Thank you, Your Honor.
People versus Najee Beck. Mr. Bowditch?
Your Honor, for the record, Jeffrey Bowditch appearing on behalf of and with Ms. Beck by Zoom.
And you've had an opportunity to speak with her about the prosecutor's offer. What are we doing with this?
Yes, Your Honor. As far as the arraignment process, we would waive formal reading, stand mute. As far as the pretrial phase, Ms. Beck wishes to take the offer of the prosecutor and plead guilty of the charge of being a disorderly person with the understanding the court would take the file, keep it for 30 days. If there's no more mischief, the case would be dismissed upon the payment of $300.
Is that correct, ma'am?
Yeah.
And do you understand that by pleading guilty, that you're giving up your rights as listed in the advisor rights form, and you're pleading to the amended of disorderly?
Yes.
And is it true that on or about May the 7th of 2019, you were in the city of Romulus and you were acting disorderly?
Yes.
I'll accept the plea. I'll assess the $300 that we just discussed. Can you pay that within 30 days, or do you need time to pay that?
I can pay it.
All right, I'm gonna make a notation to pay it within 30 days, and you can pay it live, you can mail it in, you can pay it online, okay?
Okay.
And then you don't have to reappear in 3 months. We'll pull your record, and as long as you don't have any other problems, we'll dismiss it, okay?
Okay.
You're all set. Have a great day.
You too.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you, Ms. Beck.
Mr. Kaplan on People versus Daryl Garrett. What are we doing, or did we?
I believe we're going to be adding charges of threats, harassment, malicious use of communication. He's going to want to take it to trial, Your Honor.
Okay. Is this because of something that just happened in a breakout room?
No, I mean, it's he's been texting his neighbors things like.
I don't want to know.
Yeah.
Is he still in the breakout room?
I have no idea, Your Honor.
So are you?
Anything going on?
He is. At this point, are you just asking for an adjourned pretrial?
Your Honor, he's got no attorney. I don't see a resolution on this.
Well, I'm gonna have him talk to Mr. Bowditch right now.
Yeah,
Mr. Bowditch, I'm gonna put you in a breakout room with Mr. Garrett. He's got a couple of cases that he owes us money on. And then he's got a disorderly and a couple of no certificate of occupancy. I take it that, and Mr. Kaplan's indicating that they're gonna add charges of threats. I think, are we gonna roll it all together, Mr. Kaplan?
That would be the plan. I'm going to send Mr. Bowditch the text messages and everything else. So he has.
Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm actually going to put this on Heather or Michelle's desk, or Marlisa's.
Don't fucking
So that we wait, because for the moment, Mr. Bowditch, I'm gonna put you in the breakout room with Mr. Garrett and have you talk to him. But what I wanna do,
is there a deal?
Can you please mute yourself? Thank you. And I checked you in. I'm going to put you in the breakout room with Mr. Garrett, but I'm going to put the file probably on Marlisa's desk so that when new charges, Mr. Kaplan, if you could direct those to Marlisa Snyder, then I don't want to give you a date and then we don't get the new charges and then we're adjourning it again. Do you understand? I'll talk to her. I'm going to walk the file down to her at the end of my docket this morning. Mr. Bowditch, I'm going to appoint you on it. And
Your Honor?
then, yes,
If Mr. Garrett were to plead today, is there a deal today to avoid these future charges?
well, I don't know about avoiding future charges, but,
Today if he pleads to no C of O and disorderly person, 12 months deferred, and he needs to get the C of O during those 12 months.
yeah, he's got to get a C of O too.
And I won't add new charges, but it's got to happen. Otherwise, we're going to add the additional because.
Well, why don't I let you talk to Mr. Garrett first?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Garrett, if you touch your screen, you can go back into breakout room number 2. Do you see that?
You're gonna call the number, talk to them over the phone, and then those.
Do you see that, Mr. Garrett? And I'm gonna send you, Mr. Bowditch, to breakout room number 2. Do you see breakout room number 2? Go ahead and rejoin it, Mr. Garrett, and Mr. Bowditch will meet you there.
9:30, so call these people at 9:30, and then I'll just do that after I do this.
All right, Mr. Jadala,
Yes, Your Honor, we're ready on shoulders.
people versus, utility shoulders. I know I butcher her name. I apologize.
It's okay. It's Altilia. You got very close this time.
Yeah, I remembered. I was trying to recall what it was. What are we doing, Mr. Jadala?
Your Honor, respectfully, Samra Jadala appearing on behalf of Ms. Shoulders. At this time, Your Honor, she'd like to avail herself to the plea where she'd be pleading to the parental responsibility under a delayed sentence, and her driving while license suspended is going to be reduced to a double parking. Your Honor, all we ask, if possible, if you would allow Ms. Shoulders to pay her driver's responsibility fee first and into it to a payment plan regarding all other fines and costs.
Tell me what the underlying, Mr. Kaplan, do you know what the underlying issue was on the parental responsibility issue?
Yeah, let me just pull it up so I'm correct on it. I believe it was a curfew.
How old's the child?
So,
He will be 17 on the 22nd of this month.
Oh, yeah, because she can control that.
So no, they were. This is an older case. They were 11 and 14 were the two children. I think it was 14 at the time, driving mini bikes around on the school property. On school property.
You haven't had there hasn't been any problems since.
No, Your Honor, and just for the record, we'd have no objection to just the fines and costs on the double parking and not having any additional on the violation of parental responsibility.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. So I'll zero out I'll do a deferred on the parental responsibility, no cost, and then amend the other one to the double parking. Do you understand that by pleading guilty and responsible that you're giving up your rights as listed in the advice rights form?
Yes, Your Honor.
And is it true, we'll amend it, the one to the double parking, which is 400 plus the FAC, which is 45, and you can pay that anytime.
Yes,
Okay. And hang on just a second. And then is it true that back in June of 2019 that you were in the city, or that you had a child in the city of Romulus that was out after curfew and he was under the age of 18?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'll accept it. I'll defer it for 4 months. I won't assess any costs. Don't get in trouble, and we'll reassess that and dismiss it in 4 months. I see that you're on a payment plan to start on October the 15th. Is that correct? You owe us a lot of money.
Yes, Your Honor, I do.
It's okay. It's okay. What's your payment plan?
You were supposed to talk about that today, but I believe you did tell me $50 a month.
Okay, because they say it starts in October.
Yes, Your Honor, but I'm having a few issues. There was a case you had back in May with the Mr. Langston, and he told me that he wasn't allowed to be in Romulus anymore. He was my babysitter while I worked. So by him not being in Romulus, I don't truly have a babysitter. But I started talking back to my old nanny that I had back a few years ago when I was working at the factories. So my thing is, like, if I could get if I could do the plan, like do what the lawyer said, I'd be able to take my CDLs in December, but right now I'll be able to start Instacart. And that's the only thing that's holding me back. It's not a license.
if that, you can pay any, I don't know if you have other FACs, you're gonna have to come up and have to the court and have them pull your record. Yet make sure you pay off, because I see that one of the other cases is a fail to display a license. It looks like there's a lot of money on that. So that might have a clearance also. So I'll roll it in and do the $50 a month payment plan to you to start in October. But in the meantime, come up to the court and have them pull and see if you have more than one, or if it's just one FAC, one clearance to get your license, okay?
Okay.
All right. Okay, so you do that, you've got the October payment plan, I'll accept that, but come up to the court in the next week or so, because it's $45 per file for the clearances. So
Okay.
come up to the court and have them pull it and figure it out, okay?
Okay, so if I pay the clearances, I'll be able to get my
I'll
license.
tell you that you'll have your license, but I don't have your driving record in front of me, so I can't.
It's just
Pardon?
Romulus that's holding me back. 'cause
Okay,
everything else
then
I was taking care
and
of.
then you might have to go to the Secretary of State though, because they might have a reinstatement fee. When you come up, you can ask the girl that checks you in and talks to you to check and see if you have to pay a reinstatement fee to the Secretary of State, okay?
Okay.
Okay, good. All right, good luck.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Okay. Have a great day.
You too. Mr. Jadala, you also had somebody else.
I had a few other matters I have.
What's the other? Give me another name.
Turner, Cook.
Yep, I have Altravis Turner. I'm gonna put you in the breakout room.
Is there an offer for Turner, Judge?
Good question. Yes, it's a deferred it's amended to fighting 771 $300. So if you rejoin breakout room number 3, Ms. Turner, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm gonna send you to breakout room number 3 with Mr. Jadala.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And then Officer Schick, I have Mr. Bajari here on Bajari Investments. Do you want to go in a breakout room with him?
Sure, if he wants to talk.
Yep, he does. Mr. Bajari, I'm going to send you to room number 4. Mr. Bajari, I'm putting you in a breakout room with the ordinance officer to see if you can resolve it. Go ahead and hit join. Mr. Bajari, do you hear me? Hello? Mr. McNeil, I got you checked in. Give me a couple of minutes. Oh no, we got you on 2 spit. All right, Ms. Webster Cox, we got you. Ms. Webster Cox, can you unmute yourself? Maybe?
Yep, thank you.
I have an offer from the prosecutor of a deferred.
But I do want to say, I do have another matter. Yes.
You're not, you know what, you're cutting out. You do have what?
Unmute or unmute Mr. McNeil. Okay, so then talk to client and let him.
Yeah,
No,
you're
just
cutting
saying
out.
about
I'm
this.
gonna
This is
do
another
another case while you're trying to
So I
figure
just
it
need to
out,
go
Ms.
talk.
Webster Cox. You gotta mute yourself again. Yeah, I'm gonna mute you. Mr. Jadala.
Yes, Judge. Judge, I just wanted to ensure that today wasn't set for a final pretrial. If not, that's what we'll be asking for today.
Sorry about that. I think on Ms. Turner's case, hang on, let me look.
It was set for a final pretrial. I have not been able to get a hold of the complaining witness on this.
Okay, you're right. It was set at 9:20. There's no context, so we can entertain a motion to dismiss.
I'd make one.
Yes.
Calm yourself, Ms. Turner.
Sorry.
That's okay. Motion to dismiss Mr. Jadala. I will grant that. And Ms. Turner, you are all set. I'm dismissing it and good luck, okay?
Thank you. Have a blessed one.
Yeah, I'm just wait, just checking. Wait 1 second,
Yes, ma'am.
because you owe us money. So
Nope. I paid it.
You paid it already? Okay, you're sure that was on the no insurance or whatever? Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
then you're all set. Have a good day.
You as well.
I have a cook and an Augustiniac whenever they show up, Judge.
Yeah, I don't have cook, so are you just hanging out or are you going somewhere else?
Text me, Your Honor, whenever you're ready, and I'll come back in.
Okay, perfect.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, Mr. Bowditch.
Your Honor, as far as Mr. Garrett is concerned, as far as the arraignment, we would stand mute and waive the formal reading. Mr. Garrett is wishing another pretrial.
Okay, I'm gonna do what I said. I'm gonna hold it for charges. I'm gonna assign you. Mr. Garrett, you're all set for today. You'll get a notice from us because I don't want to have you get multiple dates. So I'm gonna put this on somebody's desk. Mr. Kaplan, if you're representing, and Mr. Bowditch, I'm gonna let you go. Run to Judge Martin's and come back. They have 2 clients waiting for you, okay?
Yes, Your
So
Honor.
log off and I'll see you in a minute.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
You're welcome. Mr. Garrett, so let me make sure that I've got your contact information right. Can I get, is it the Whitehorn address, 8978?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and then can I get a cell phone and an email from you?
Yes, cell phone 313-992-5680.
56, no, somehow I didn't get enough numbers. 313.
313-992.
Oh, 992, got it.
Yeah.
5680.
80.
Perfect. And an email?
It's my name, Darryl.Garrett @live.com.
At live.com?
Yes.
Perfect. All right. For today's purposes, I'm going to enter a plea of not guilty on your behalf, and then we will send you a notice, okay?
Thank you very much.
You're all set. Mr. Bowditch, and I'm accurate on that you're going to add charges to this?
Mr. Kaplan, you're saying?
Oh, Mr. Kaplan, what did I just call you?
I'm gonna, Mr. Bowditch, I'm gonna speak to the police department regarding the new evidence that we have in the text messages and threats.
Okay, all right. And then let us know either way. It's gonna be sitting, but I'm gonna put it on Marlisa's desk. So that's your contact on this, but let us know either way because we'll just reset it if the answer is no, okay? I'm gonna put it to the side and I'll specifically talk to Marlisa. All right, Mr. Garrett, you're all set for today.
Your Honor, before we stop.
Yeah.
I just have a question. We're talking about the no C of O. I believe there's also a ticket for running a business. Is that also associated with?
There's 2, let's see.
Yes.
Yes, yeah, those are both together, correct.
Okay, I just want
No,
clarity.
I understand. I appreciate that. All right, you're all set, Mr. Garrett.
Thank you.
And then on Charlie McNeil, Miss Webster Cox, can you hear me now? I know you were cutting out.
Yeah.
So what's
No, that's it. You don't get it. You'll get a letter in there.
Oh, Mr. Schick, did you talk to Bajari Investments?
Yes, he did. He does have stuff into planning and building. They're looking over those drawings right now, so the city doesn't have an issue with a continuance at this time.
For purposes of arraignment, I'm going to enter a plea of not guilty on your behalf, on behalf of Bajari Investments. How much time, officer? Like 30 days, 60 days? What's the time frame?
I'll leave that up to Mr. Bajari.
Mr. Bajari, how much time do you need? I have a September 16th date or an October 7th date.
Ma'am, Honor, I waiting for the city. I submit my drawing almost now 1 month, and I waiting for response from
Why
the
don't
city.
I'm going to give you an October 7th date. So
Okay,
I'll
ma'am.
adjourn the pretrial to October the 7th at 8:50 in the morning, okay? And that's going to be with Judge Oakley. That's not gonna be with me. That's gonna be the next docket. It'll be with Judge Oakley on
What time, ma'am? Honor, what time? October 7th?
8:50, right before 9 o'clock in the morning at 8:50, okay?
Okay.
And that's courtroom number 2 with Judge Oakley. And they'll send you a notice, but that's when it'll be, okay?
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome. Have a good
Thank you,
day.
Honor. You too. You too.
Sure. How many other cases do you have, Mr. Schick?
I have, Andrew Slovic. And 1, 2, 3.
Never mind. Let me do Mr. McNeil's case right now. People versus Charlie McNeil. Counsel, are you ready? Miss Webster Cox, are you ready?
I'm ready, Your Honor.
Yeah, you're cutting out again. I'm not sure what the connection issue is.
I'm ready, Your Honor.
Okay. And people versus.
So you know what? Let me do this. Okay, not a problem. Let me do. I'm gonna try to go into where my client is.
That's fine. Yep, perfect. On the iPhone, what's your last name? I have 2 iPhones, actually. Yes. Okay, what's your last name?
Patterson.
All right. I'm gonna rename you so that I know who you are. There you go. Shanae?
Yes, ma'am.
Hang on just a second, Ms. Patterson, and I'll get to you. On the other iPhone, what's your last name?
Kyles.
What is it?
Kyles, Kyles.
Kyles. Hang on just a second. All right, Mr. Kyles, let me pull your file. Hang on.
Hey. Oh, get out. Get out. Slow down. Yeah.
All right, Brandon Kyles.
Yes.
All right, hang out just a minute. And Mr. Farhat, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, Mr. Kyles, Ms. Patterson, if you guys mute yourself and just hang out for a few minutes and I'll get to you. Mr. Farhat, let's see, I gotta pull your file. Dustin?
Yes.
Got it. Same thing, hang out just a few minutes and mute yourself and I'll get to you. All right, Ms. Webster Cox, are we good now maybe?
I'm praying we are.
Yeah, no, much better, much better.
Okay.
You were just, it was a bad connection. So, all right, Mr. McNeil's still muted, but.
That's okay. So this is what I'd like to, I don't know if the prosecutor, I haven't practiced out in this court in a while.
That's
so I don't
okay.
know if the prosecutor is available, if we can go into a breakout room.
He
If not-
is.
Okay.
He is. I can put you in a breakout room. I will tell you that there's an offer for a 4-month deferred under 771. It would be a $400 ticket and then dismissed, but I can put you in the breakout room still. So why don't I do that? Mr. Kaplan, go ahead and rejoin breakout room number 2 and I'll send Ms. Webster Cox there. All right.
Thank you.
Yep, you're welcome. Go ahead and hit join. And Mr. McNeil, just hang out. All right, now I'll go back to Ms. Patterson. There is an offer if you want to unmute yourself. I'm waiting for the court-appointed attorney to rejoin us. But there is an offer under 771, which means if you pled guilty to this, they would defer it for a period of 6 months, no trouble for 6 months, pay $400 and it would be dismissed. If you want to take that plea, you can. If you want to wait, I can have you talk to the court-appointed attorney right when he jumps back on.
Okay. Yeah, can I talk to the
Yep. You will be first. So right when he gets back, he jumped on with Judge Martin. So right when he gets back, so just hang out until he gets back. And Mr. Kyles, same thing. There's an offer to dismiss all charges and have you plead to impaired driving, and the driving on suspended and everything else would be dismissed. I want you to talk to the court-appointed attorney. So I'm going to put that, and you will be number 2 with Mr. Bowditch right when he jumps back on, okay?
Okay.
So just mute yourself and hang out. Then Mr. Farhat, same thing. You're a high BAC case. There's an offer for impaired. I'm not comfortable with anybody taking a drunk driving offer without talking to the court-appointed attorney. So I may be able to twist Miss Belcher's arm, who's jumping on here, and maybe I can. But otherwise, I'm going to have you guys talk to the court-appointed attorney as soon as I get him back. Okay.
Okay.
Thank
Sounds
you.
good.
So everybody just mute right now. Good morning, Miss Belcher.
Judge, long time no see.
Yeah, I know. Jeff had cases over with
Judge Martin.
Yeah, can I have you do 1 or 2, or is that against the MIDC, your rules?
I think it's against Teresa's rules, but I'm happy to help. I'm actually assigned to Judge Martin, so she's on my other computer, and I see Jeff doing his cases right now. So,
okay, if he's doing them, because I just don't want. I have 3 people waiting, and so. But I do know that at least 2 of them are drunk driving, so they're going to be. There's going to be. Regardless, there's going to be another hearing date.
Right.
And what are you here on?
I have Christine Wells. I think she's set for a final at 10.
Set at 10. I'll pull the file, but I don't. Yeah, she's not on yet.
I'll give her a call.
Okay, thanks. Mr. Kaplan, did you have an opportunity to speak to Miss Webster Cox?
Yes.
And what are we doing?
I think I apologize. She's going to request an adjournment. She has my permission to sign my name to a discovery order for you to sign and submit to the police department.
For purposes of arraignment, Miss Webster Cox, I'm going to enter a plea of not guilty.
Yes.
And I can give you an adjourned date, either September 16th, October 7th, October 21st. It's your choice.
Okay, why don't we say October 7th?
Okay, I will adjourn it to October the 7th. That is with Judge Oakley. I have a 9 o'clock. Does that work?
9 a.m. That's fine.
9 a.m. and that would be in courtroom number 2 with Judge Oakley.
Okay, so in the meantime, Your Honor, Judge May, are you going to sign the order
I'll
now?
sign it. Yeah, we'll work it out. I'm not worried about it. Just send it over. We'll sign it.
Okay.
Either Judge Oakley or one of us will sign it.
Okay, hold on, wait a minute. I just received my calendar. I just want to make sure.
Yeah, no worry.
The 7th is a good day. Okay, yeah, the 7th at 9 o'clock is a good day.
Perfect. All right, good. Then Judge Oakley will see you then.
Okay, thank you. Have a great day.
You too.
Thanks.
Mr. McNeil, I'm going to remove you. Have a good day. On the Galaxy A10, what's your last name? Mr. Helm, can you unmute yourself? Good morning. Mr. Helm, can you unmute yourself? Let's try on the Galaxy A10. What's your last name?
Slovic, Slovik.
I'm going to rename you Slovik. Let me pull your file, Mr. Slovik. Andrew?
Yes.
Mr. Slovik, I have the ordinance officer on. Do you want to meet in a breakout room with him to talk to him about your ticket?
Sure.
All right, officer, you're still in room number 4. Can I send Mr. Slovik there?
I'm good.
All right, go ahead and hit join Mr. Slovik and he'll meet you there. And Mr. Helm, can you unmute yourself? Maybe, maybe not. Miss Belcher.
Your Honor, did you call me?
Yeah, I did. Are you in another room?
I'm in a breakout room with a client. Did you need
Okay,
something?
never mind. Yep, you're good.
Okay, as soon as I'm done, I'll pop back, Judge.
Yep, okay, thanks.
Thank you.
Mr. Helm, can you unmute yourself? The person with Christine's iPhone, what's your last name?
Wells.
Oh, okay. Miss Wells, your attorney is actually, Mr. Kaplan, on Miss Wells's case, this matter was set. It's not set until 11, I think, but hang on, let me check the time.
Oh crap, I'm sorry.
Or 10.
I had 10 written down.
No, it's set at 10. I'm mistaken. But
Your Honor, do
this-
you need me on this one?
Well, just Mr. Kaplan, have you had contact with the victim? The victim was supposed to appear this morning.
I have not had contact. I also sent her a certified letter asking her to get in contact with me if the phone number was not working. I've not heard back, so no.
Miss Belcher, motion.
Move to dismiss, Your Honor.
Miss Wells, I'm going to dismiss this case. You are all set. Okay, have a nice day.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Bye, Miss Wells. Good luck.
And Miss Belcher was
Thank
at
you,
it for
you
you,
too.
so you're gone.
Yeah, do you want me to try to pop back over until I see Jeff leave, Judge? Or I don't know if I'll get
Well, I mean, are you done with your client?
Oh, almost. And then I have to put her on the
finish,
record.
because I'm going to assign you on these cases because I have 3 people waiting and I have 3 more in the waiting room. So yeah, no.
Okay, and then
It doesn't, he's been gone for a half hour now.
he was in a breakout room, Judge, and I think he only had 2 left. So hopefully he's
Yeah, but
moving along.
being gone for a half hour on my pre-trials it doesn't work.
Oh, I agree. Now, Judge, you keep it moving. So I get it.
Okay, all right, thanks. Yeah, finish with your client and then I'm going to assign you.
There you go.
Mr. Helm, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Can you hear me?
I can. All right,
Oh,
Mr.
I'm so
Helm.
sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
I couldn't
have
figure the phone
a
out.
offer from the prosecutor that if you plead guilty to this, they'll recommend a deferred sentence for 6 months. Upon successful completion of the 6-month period, payment of $300 in costs, this case should be dismissed. You can take that offer or I can put it in line and you can talk to the court-appointed attorney about your options. It's up to you.
I'll just pay the $300.
Okay.
Are you still there, ma'am?
I am.
Your Honor?
I am.
I see.
Do you
Okay.
do you understand that by pleading guilty, you're giving up your rights as listed in the advice rights form, that you're gonna plead to this charge?
Yes, ma'am.
And
Your Honor.
is it true that you were soliciting in the city of Belleville, I don't understand, painted curbs without, oh, you were painting curbs without a light. You were going around asking people to paint their curbs.
I was, I wasn't knocking on doors, but I was passing out handbills to ask people.
Mr. Nolan, first offense, never been in trouble. Do you mind if I just defer it and don't assess any costs?
Not a problem with me.
All right, Mr. Helm, no trouble for 6 months and I'll dismiss it. I won't assess any costs, okay?
Thank you so much, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
You have a nice day too. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, now what do I do
I'm
now?
I'll remove you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're
I
good.
don't
The person on the, yeah, I'm not connected. The person on the K51, what's your last name? You have to connect with audio. Miss Bell, can you hear me?
Good morning, Your Honor. Yes.
Good morning. What time is your case set at?
10 a.m.
And what's your last name?
Bell.
I don't see you on my docket.
I am the victim, Timothy Brockman.
Okay, I got you, Bell. All right. We do not have Mr. Brockman on yet, so just hang out, okay? You can mute yourself and just hang out.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. On the K51, can you hear me now?
Yes, I believe so. My
No,
name.
I see you, Miss White Eagle. You're good. But Miss White Eagle, that's fine. Well, I'm trying to get her attention. Miss White Eagle, I have a offer from the prosecutor that if you plead to this charge, they'll recommend a deferred sentence for a period of 4 months. Upon successful completion of that 4-month period, payment of $400 in costs, this case will be dismissed. You can take that plea. I can put you in line. You would be fourth in line to talk to the court-appointed attorney if that's what you would like to do.
I'm sorry, 4 months, 4 months of what?
Yeah, I'm gonna have you talk to the court-appointed attorney. Just mute yourself and I'll have him explain everything to you, okay?
Okay.
And then the person, once again, on the K51, can you hear me? No.
K51.
Yes, that's you. What's your name?
It's Clarissa Banks.
Last name Banks?
Yep.
B-A-N, and what time is your case set at?
It's at 10:10.
All right, hang on, Miss Banks. Let me pull your file. Okay. I got it. All right, Miss Banks. I have an offer. Oh, no, that is it, Mr. Nolan? Is this the case that says that adjourn to obtain dog license and show proof?
I believe so, Your Honor.
Yeah, Miss Banks, are you in the process of getting your license and stuff?
Yes, I do have the rabies shot and all the shots that he needs, and I just need him to get registered in my name now.
Okay. All right. Then I'm going to adjourn it to September the 16th at 10 o'clock. For purposes of arraignment, I'm going to enter a plea of not guilty. I'll adjourn it to September 16th at 10 o'clock, okay?
Okay.
And then you can get that to Mr. Nolan ahead of time, then maybe they'll pull it from the docket and dismiss it, okay?
Okay. Mr. Nolan, you said?
Or I don't, yeah, Mr. Nolan, did you reach
Absolutely.
out to him before?
I have not, no.
Okay, I was just curious how he knew it was an adjournment.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
you can find my email address, or you should be able to find my email address on the court's register of actions.
Okay. Court register of actions.
Yeah, and then when you have all that documentation, if you could just send that my way, it'd be appreciated.
Okay, sounds good.
If you can't, if there's a problem, if the default is just show up on the 16th, okay?
Okay,
But if you could take care of it ahead of time, that would probably be helpful.
definitely.
All right, you're all set for today. Thank you.
Thank you for your time.
Yep.
Bye.
Mr. Cohen, who do you represent?
Good morning. I represent Muhammad Alaham.
I have, if you want to wait for a few minutes, I have the ordinance officer in a breakout room with somebody else.
Yeah, that would be great. Thank you.
Hang on just a second. Can I get your P number?
70486.
Thank you. And then the person on the iPhone, what's your last name?
White Rockmore?
I see you, Mr. White. Person by the name of Bobby White.
Yeah.
Okay, I've got you checked in. Mr. White, there's an offer from the prosecutor that if you pay the $180 impeding traffic, that they'll dismiss the other civil infraction. Are you interested in doing that, or do you want to talk to the court-appointed attorney?
I'm interested.
Pardon?
I would like to do it.
All right, can you pay that within 30 days?
Yeah.
All right, I put you responsible for the impeding, pay within 30 days. You can pay it live. You can mail it in, or you can pay it online. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Make sure you pay it, and I'm dismissing the permit violation.
Okay.
All right, you're all set. Have a great day.
You too. Thank you.
You're welcome. Now the person with the iPhone, what's your last name?
Kyle Rockmore?
No, Mr. Kyles, I have you checked in.
Okay.
What is it? Rock what?
Rockmore, Roquemore.
ROQ
UE.
MONE.
No, ROQUE.
Yeah,
MORE.
MORE. I had N. Got it. Rockmore. All right, hang on and let me pull your files. Mr. Schick,
Yes, ma'am.
did you talk to Mr. Slovak?
Yes, I did. He has submitted some drawings to planning. Planning's requesting some more information on those drawings, so we agreed to a continuance for at least 30 days.
I'll give him also the October 7th date at 9 o'clock.
Okay.
Mr. Slavic, I'm gonna give you October 7th at 9 o'clock. Does that work? I'm gonna enter a plea of not guilty on your behalf for today's purposes. And I'll adjourn the pretrial to October the 7th at 9 a.m. with Judge Oakley, with Officer Schick. And then you are all set for today. I would tell you that I'm going to reset. There's also a defaulted C of O that is the civil infraction. I'm going to reset that with this too. Okay.
Got it.
Yes,
Okay, so 10/7/21 at 9.
correct.
All right.
10/7 at 9. All right. You're all set for today. Mr. Schick, I now have Mr. Cohen, who represents Muhammad Alaham. If I'm going to put you back in the breakout room with him, rejoin breakout room number 1. And Mr. Cohen, I'm going to send you there.
Very good. Thank
No
you.
problem. Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good day. Mr. Bowditch?
My apologies, Your Honor.
No, it's fine. I have 5 people waiting for you. We're going to start with Shanae Patterson, The offer is a deferred under 771 for 6 months for $400. Ms. Patterson, I'm going to send you, Mr. Bowditch, I'm going to send you to breakout room number 1.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Jeff, you have the police report.
And Ms. Patterson, go ahead and hit join. And Mr. Roquemore, I'm gonna grab your file, maybe, got it. All right. Mr. Roquemore,
Yes.
I have that there's an offer of allowing an unlicensed driver to drive, which would be a $345 ticket. And the other cases would be dismissed. It would not be reported to your driving record. You can take that plea, or I can have you talk to the court-appointed attorney if you want to talk about it.
No, well, how do I pay?
Either online, live, or mail it in.
Okay, now when does it has to be in?
I can give you 30 days to pay it.
Okay, 345?
Correct. Is that what you want to do?
Yes.
Do you understand that by pleading guilty to allowing an unlicensed driver to drive, that you're giving up your rights to have a trial in this matter, and that you're going to plead to this added count?
Yes, I do.
And is it true that you allowed an unlicensed driver to drive a vehicle that you were in Belleville on June the 12th of this year? I know it was you. I know it's kind of a misnomer. I understand that it was you.
Yes, my
Okay.
mother passed. I wasn't thinking, but yes.
That's fine. And it's a $200 ticket. The state adds $145, including our fund fee. It does not go on your driving record. I'll dismiss the other 2 cases and make a notation that you're going to pay it within 30 days. Okay?
Yep, 345. Yes, ma'am.
Correct. All right. Thank you very much. Have a great day.
And you too.
Mr. Kyles, you're next. So as soon as Mr. Bowditch gets done with Ms. Patterson, you're next in line.
Okay.
The person that just joined us with the identifier of owner, what's your name? What's your last name?
Wilkins,
Spell it.
WILKINS.
Start it again. I'm sorry, you cut out.
WILKINS.
Let me pull your file. Hang on just a second.
Appreciate it.
Jason? Is the first name Jason?
Yes.
All right, Mr. Wilkins, hang on just a second. Change your last name on the file. I have an offer from the prosecutor for allowing an unlicensed driver to drive. If you plead to that, it would be $345 and the other cases would be dismissed. And it does not get reported to the Secretary of State. You can take that offer, or can I have you talk to the court-appointed attorney? It's up to you. What's your preference?
I'll plead to the offer.
Do you understand that by pleading guilty, you're giving up your rights as listed in the advice of rights form?
Yes.
And is it true that on or about June the 11th, you were allowing an unlicensed driver to drive in the city of Belleville?
Yes.
I'll accept your plea. It is $345. I'll dismiss the other cases. Do you need time to pay that?
Yes.
Can you pay it within 30 days?
Yes.
I will make a notation, pay within 30 days. You can pay it online, you can pay it live, or you can mail it in. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right, you're all set. Have a great day.
You too. Thank you.
You're welcome. Mr. Bowditch, on Miss Patterson's case, what are we doing?
We're ready, Your Honor. For
People
arraignment
versus
purposes,
Shanae Patterson.
Your Honor, for arraignment purposes, we would stand mute, waive the formal reading. We also, for the pretrial phase, have an agreement. Ms. Patterson would be pleading guilty to the charges with the understanding the court would keep the file for 6 months, no more mischief. The court would consider dismissal of charges with a payment of $400.
Is that correct, ma'am? Heather?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you understand that by pleading guilty, you're giving up your rights as listed in the advice or rights form, and that you're going to plead that you did discharge a firearm in the city of Romulus on May the 29th of this year.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor.
I'll accept your plea. I'll defer it for 6 months, assess the $400 as we previously had discussed. No trouble for the 6 months. Pay the $400 and it'll be dismissed. Can you make that payment within 30 days?
No, ma'am, I would need a payment plan.
How much can you pay monthly?
I could do like $100 a month.
Okay, I'll make $100 a month payment. Can I get a cell phone number and an email from you?
Cell phone is 313-629-8762.
And an email.
Email is spatterson100@yahoo.com.
And is your hard address the 9526 Biddle apartment 443 in Romulus?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, we will set you up with that payment plan, make the payments, and you'll be all set, okay? Ms. Patterson?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, perfect. You're all set. Have a great day.
You as well. Thank you.
Mr. Bowditch, Brandon Kyles is next. Mr. Kyles, the offer is impaired and driving on suspended, and the balance will be dismissed. I'm going to put you in the back in the breakout room. If you rejoin breakout room number 1, I will send Mr. Kyles there.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Join Mr. Kyles. Mr. Farhat, you are next. And then Ms. White Eagle. The person with Stacy, still connecting. Misty's iPhone, what's your last name?
Richards.
Oh, Joseph?
Yes.
I'm pulling your file. Hang on just a second.
All right, no problem.
Mr. Richards, I have an offer from the prosecutor that if you plead guilty to this charge of the unreasonable noise, they'll defer it for 3 months, assess $200 in cost, make the payment, no trouble for 3 months, and it'll be dismissed. You can take that plea, or I can put you in line to talk to the court-appointed attorney. It's your choice.
Well, that sounds fine.
Okay, do you understand that by pleading guilty, you're giving up your rights as listed in the advice or rights form?
Yes.
And is it true that officers came to your house and instead of answering the door, apparently you turned the music up louder or something, some form of like that?
Correct.
I'll assess the $200 in cost, defer it for the 3 months. Can you pay the $200 within 30 days?
Yes.
All right, make the payment within 30 days, either pay it live, pay it online, or mail it in, and I'll hold it for 3 months and dismiss it. No other trouble, okay?
All right. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. You're all set. Have a great day.
Thank you too.
The person, Stacy F., what's your last name? Person with the identifier is Stacy F. What's your what case are you here on? Yep, I know that. Can you hear me? Good morning, sir. What's your last name? Can you hear me? Yeah, I'm talking to you. Yeah, I'm waving at you and talking to you. That's
I'm so
okay.
sorry.
No,
My
no
last name is
worries. What's your
Freeman.
last name?
Freeman.
Freeman?
Yes, ma'am.
Stacy Freeman. I see you. Okay, let me pull your file. Hang on, Mr. Freeman.
Take your time. I thought I was late today. I'm sorry.
No, you're totally fine. Mr. Freeman, I have an offer from the prosecutor. They don't, that it's a straight up driving on suspended. It's a $445 ticket if you plead guilty to it. I can have you talk to the court appointed attorney if you want.
Your Honor, I think he has 2 cases.
I only have one.
I put in,
Oh, wait,
the other
I
day,
got another
they
one.
weren't-
I see it. I got it.
yeah, they weren't with each other when I
Well, you know
went through the file
what?
the other day.
Actually, you know why? Because on the file, it says Tracy on the second one.
Okay.
Oh, that's my son.
That's your son? Hang on. Yeah, they X'd out the date of birth on this one. Yeah, this is not the same. Is it Tracy? Is his name Tracy?
Yeah, Tracy Dwayne Freeman.
Yeah. No, they're 2 different people, Mr. Nolan.
And I apologize. That might change my offer on one of them.
Yeah, Mr. Freeman, who we have, is a 67 birthday. His child is a 96.
So currently
Yeah,
we have
born in '96.
We have Mr. Tracy Freeman.
We have Mr. Stacy Freeman.
Stacy Freeman.
It's
Okay.
case number 21BL00339. It's the
Okay.
driving on suspended.
Your Honor, in that case, I'd be willing to reduce the plea, or actually offer a plea of allowing an unlawful driver.
Okay, Mr. Freeman, if you plead to allowing an unlicensed driver to drive, the ticket would be $345 and it's not reported to the Secretary of State. If you're interested in taking that plea, you can. You can talk to the court appointed attorney if you would like to wait. There's 2 people in front of you.
No, ma'am. I was wondering about that because I'm in the process of trying to get my license back.
Yep.
I paid all my tickets.
Then
And,
this would be, I mean, you can talk to the court appointed attorney, but this would be probably the best deal that you're going to get, and it won't prevent you from getting a license.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering too, because I have to go in front of the board and all that good stuff. So if they won't know anything
No, I
about
got
that,
it.
that'll be.
Yep.
So yeah, I will take that. Is there any way that I can get on a payment plan?
Yes. Yes. Do you understand that by pleading guilty, you're giving up your rights as listed in the advice or rights form? And is it true that you allowed an unlicensed driver to drive a vehicle you were in the city of Belleville on June the 17th of this year?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll accept your plea. I'll assess the $345 that we talked about. Can you make $50 a month payments?
Oh, that'd be awesome. Yes, ma'am.
And you can pay it off earlier if that works. Can I get a cell phone number and an email from you?
Yes, it's 734-897-8911.
Email?
STACYFREEMA@hotmail.com.
Got it. Make the payments and you'll be done with us. All right?
Awesome. Awesome. You enjoy
Thank
your
you
day.
very
Take
much.
care. Thank you.
Yep. Have a great day.
You
People
have a better
versus Mohammed Al-Laham. Mr. Cohen, Mr. Officer Schick, did we have a conversation? What are we doing?
Yes, we agreed to a continuance, I guess.
For purposes of arraignment, Mr. Cohen, I'm going to enter a plea of not guilty. How much time do we need, officer?
The October 7th would be perfect if it's still.
Okay, I'm going to do October 7th at 9:10.
Sounds good, Your Honor.
Does that work for you, Mr. Cohen?
That is certainly agreeable. Thank
And
you, Your
that
Honor.
is with Judge Oakley. Okay,
Very good.
then you are all set for today. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you,
You have a
Honor.
great day. Mr. Pomo, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Mr. Pomo, I have a impaired driving offer from the prosecutor, but I'm going to put you in line to talk to the court-appointed attorney. There are he's in a breakout room and there are 2 people in front of you. So you're going to just have to mute yourself and hang out, okay?
Okay.
Perfect. Thank you.
Your Honor, I still have DH Trucking and Smith Investments.
Yeah, what time was Smith Investments was at 10.
DH was at 9:20.
Yeah, they're probably, DH is probably a default, but if you want, I don't know about Smith Investments, you can hang out, or if Mr. Kaplan has your contact, we can call you if they happen to jump on in the next half hour, or you can just hang out.
DH has been into the building department and they're currently trying to work with us, so.
Well, I'll do it at the end of the docket. I'll do whatever you guys want me to do with it then. Mr. Bowditch on People versus Brandon Kyles.
Your Honor, just for clarification, is the deal that Mr. Kyles would be pleading guilty to an added count of operating while impaired and the other charges would be dismissed?
It looks like that Mr. Kaplan said, and the driving on suspended, but you can talk to him about that. Mr. Kaplan, if he pleads to the impaired, are you willing, you're muted, you're willing to dismiss the other charges?
Yes, Your Honor. If you please do impaired, I'm willing to dismiss the other charges.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor. I need to go back in with Mr. Kyles just to clarify that, and then I think we'll have a resolution.
Okay, hang on. Can you guys both hit join? Mr. Schick, while we're discussing this on DH, do you want, if they don't show up, do you want me to default them or do you want me to give an adjourned date?
Let's give them an adjourned date. They've been coming in with good faith to try to get some things
Do you
done.
want me to do that same the October 7th at 9:10?
That's fine. On the Smith investment, is that for no C of O or is that for?
Hang on just a second.
No problem.
Make sure that you notify them that that's what we did since they didn't appear today.
All right, will do.
They'll probably send another notice, but I just want to make sure. What'd you ask me about Smith Investments?
Yes, ma'am.
It is for no C of O.
Okay. Yeah, unfortunately, Josh, I got my runs and stuff. If you can just call me if they do come on.
Yeah, I've spoken with Joe Orem on this. So you know what, Your Honor, can I get a breakout with Mr. Schick real quick?
You can. Hang on just a second. You're already in 2. I'll send him there. Mr. Bowditch on Brandon Kyles.
Your Honor, as far as arraignment, we would waive formal reading, stand mute. As far as pretrial, Your Honor, Mr. Kyles wishes to take the mercy of the prosecutor, plead guilty to an added count of operating while impaired, with the understanding the original charges would be dismissed.
Do you understand that by pleading guilty, Mr. Kyles, that you're giving up your rights as listed in the advice of rights form?
Yes.
And is it true that on or about June the 9th of this year, you were in the city of Romulus and that you had consumed alcohol before getting behind the wheel of the vehicle that you were driving?
Yes.
As a result, your consumption of alcohol, your ability to drive was impaired.
Yes.
You took a breathalyzer and blew above the legal limit.
Yes.
Do you understand this plea?
Yes.
And is it voluntary?
Yes.
Anybody promise you or threaten you to get you to plead guilty in this matter?
No.
I'll accept your plea. I'll dismiss the other charges. I need your cell phone number and your email.
Cell phone is 313-421-5553.
And an email?
Is the letter CADI.
Wait. CADI. E as in elephant?
D as in dog.
Oh, D. Okay. DI. Got it.
1800@yahoo.com.
And is your hard address the 8159 North Line?
Yes, ma'am.
Perfect. Probation will be in contact with you. They're gonna send you some paperwork that you're gonna have to fill out. Then you're gonna meet with the probation officer by Zoom. Mr. Bowditch will accompany you at sentencing, which will also be by Zoom. Do you understand?
By June?
By Zoom, like this. This
Okay.
is how you're gonna,
Yes.
okay? So you're gonna hear from probation. Make sure you fill out the paperwork and get it back to us, okay? And then we'll schedule it from there.
Okay.
All right,
Thank you,
you're
Ron.
all set for today. Have a great day.
Bye-bye.
Mr. Bowditch, Mr. Dustin Farhat is next. Mr. Farhat is a BAC of 17 or more. The offer is impaired. And I'm gonna go ahead and put you, Mr. Bowditch, go ahead, rejoin room number 1. And I will put Mr. Farhat there. Mr. Farhat, if you go ahead and hit join, you're all set.
Thank you, Judge.
And yeah, Mr. Freeman, what did you need?
Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry. They took my license plates. I was wondering, because my wife and my kids and them drive that car. I was wondering, what do I have to do for that?
Well, let me pull it. Hang on just a second. I don't
I'm sorry.
see that.
I
No,
just
no.
thought
You're
about it.
totally fine. I don't see that we pulled your license plate on this.
Yeah, they pulled it.
Oh, no, license revoked, plate confiscated, vehicle turned over, like, yeah. We'll give you, you can come up to the court and we'll give you a notice of adjudication. Don't come today. You gotta come like Monday. But and then you'll have to take it to the Secretary
Okay,
of
I'll
State.
come Monday, yeah, because I'm at work.
I don't know what they do with it. Yeah, don't come today because my secretary's not here and it may take us a couple of days. Come one day next week and we'll give you a notice of adjudication, okay? Make sure your son jumps
Okay,
on
and can
too.
my
Somebody else can come, yes.
okay, I'm
It
gonna
doesn't
call
have
him
to
right
be
now.
you. It doesn't have to be you, just not today.
Okay,
And make sure your son
okay,
jumps
and my
on.
son
so
has
that
an appointment today.
Yeah, he's got a hearing today it was at 10:50. Just make sure he gets on. We don't want to bench warrant him.
Right, I'm about to call him now. Thank you.
Okay. Yep, he can jump on anytime.
Bye-bye.
All right?
Okay, sounds
You're all
good.
set.
Thanks.
Yep, you're welcome.
Thank
Have
you.
a good day.
You as well.
Preston, Basil, what are, good morning.
You hear me?
Yes, I can. Mr. Basil, there's an offer that if you plead to the driving on suspended, the other cases will be dismissed. It's a $445 ticket. If you're interested in taking that deal, you can. Otherwise, I can put you in line to talk to the court-appointed attorney. Why don't I just hang out? I'll have you talk to the court-appointed attorney in a few minutes. There's 2 people in front of you.
All right.
The person with the iPhone is the identifier. Can you give me your last name?
Honor, this is Kyles again.
Oh, Mr. Kyles, you're gonna jump back on and I'm gonna have to rename you again. What do you need?
I was trying to find out, is there cost, fines and fees?
There's gonna be at sentencing, but we'll work it out. You need to talk to probation first and stuff. So she's gonna give you some paperwork. She's gonna talk to you, see what's going on, if you're, what's going on with your life, what happened in this incident, whether she thinks it's a one-time thing or she thinks you're a problem child.
Okay. Is she gonna call me?
She's gonna email or mail or contact you. Yes, you're gonna hear from us. That's why I made sure your address was right and I got your email and your cell.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Connor, you have a good day.
You too. And Mr. Kaplan will let you know if we have that one, whoever
That's
it
fine.
was.
Yeah, we talked
Smith
about it.
Investments. Yep.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Mr. Kaplan, have you heard from Mr. Nasser on the Brockman case? Because it's 10:30.
I have not heard from him. Obviously, we have the complaining witness.
I
here.
know, who has been here, and do you need to talk to her at all?
No, I spoke to her ahead of time. If you want to, if you want to bring her in, just let her know that.
She's here. She's on. It's Priscilla Bell.
Yeah.
Yep, she's been waiting. She was early.
Yeah. I just had her come just in case, because she wanted to continue with the charges. So I gave her the option to come log in today to let you know versus later on.
No, that's totally fine. I appreciate that. I may go ahead and mute and see if I can't, I'm gonna go ahead and mute and see if I can't call Mr. Nasser's office. I talked to Mr. Nasser's office and they're gonna have him jump on, so hopefully. Mr. Bowditch
Ready, Your
on
Honor.
People versus Dustin Farhat.
Ready, Your Honor. As far as arraignment purposes, wait for a reading, stand mute. As far as pretrial, Your Honor, Mr. Farhat wishes to take the mercy of the prosecutor, plead guilty to an added count of operating while impaired.
Yeah, I
the
gotta get
understanding-
him back. Hang on. He's still in the breakout room.
My apologies, Your Honor.
That's okay. I can't get him, so I gotta close this out.
I gave him instructions, Your Honor.
Yeah, it's okay.
But he will be taking the plea.
Mr. Martell, are you here on behalf of Mr. Nasser?
Yes, good morning, Your Honor. Can you hear me?
I can. Good morning. We have, is Mr. Brockman joining? He's not on and hasn't been.
Mr. Brockman is incarcerated in the Wayne County Jail. Our goal today is to reach a resolution. He's been incarcerated for some time. I'm sorry, in the Monroe County Jail. He's been incarcerated for some time, and he does have a pretty lengthy sentence. And so again, our goal today is to reach a resolution in this matter. And our apologies for the delay.
Well, no worries. Why don't I put you, I'm going to take a plea from Mr. Bowditch. I'm going to put you in a breakout room with Mr. Kaplan, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Hang on just a second. Mr. Kaplan, if you rejoin number 2, I'm going to put Mr. Martell there. No, Mr. Farhat just rejoined it. Oh my gosh. That didn't go well. I was just gonna say, don't join too. So, oh, he came back. I was concerned, Mr. Farhat. I was gonna tell you, don't hit rejoin, but you were already gone. It pulled you in. All right, Mr. Bowditch, that Mr. Farhat's gonna take the offer of impaired, correct?
Correct, Your Honor.
And Mr. Farhat, you understand that by pleading guilty to this added count, that you're giving up your rights as listed in the advice of rights form?
Yes, Your Honor.
And is it true that on or about June the 5th of this year, you were in the city of Romulus and you consumed alcohol before getting behind the wheel of the vehicle that you were in?
Yes, Your Honor.
As a result of your consumption of alcohol, your ability to drive was impaired.
Yes, Your Honor.
You took a breathalyzer and blew above the legal limit.
That is correct, Your Honor.
Do you understand this plea?
Yes.
And is it voluntary?
Yes.
Anybody promise you or threaten you to get you to plead in this matter?
No, Your Honor.
I'll accept your plea. Is your hard address 9771 Lisa?
Yes, Your Honor.
Can I get a cell phone number from you?
Yes, 313-706-2645.
And an email.
Dustin Farhat, 1990 at iCloud.com.
At iCloud.com?
Correct.
I'll accept your plea. The probation department is going to reach out to you. They're going to get some paperwork that you're going to have to send back. And then she's going to have a conversation with you. Mr. Bowditch has been assigned to this case. So he will be here at sentencing for you and we'll sentence you just like this on Zoom. Do you understand?
Yes. Quick question.
Yep.
Will probation reach out to me via email or cell phone?
You know what? It's going to be email, cell phone, or it's going to be one of the three. I'm not sure how she's doing it lately, but she's going to get you some paperwork and I think she'll email it to you.
Okay.
But it won't be until she's gone until next Wednesday. So it'll be sometime after that. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.
All right. Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Bowditch, I have Miss White Eagle, Tabitha, that I'm going to put you in a breakout room with her. The offer is a 4-month deferred under 771, $400.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Miss Whitehead, White Eagle, excuse me. I'm gonna put you in breakout room number 1. Mr. Bowditch will meet you there.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Mr. Pomo, you're next. And then Mr. Basil. Then the person with the identifier Jordan Foudy. Miss Foudy, I have an offer to an impaired driving. The other cases will be dismissed. Yes. I think that you should talk to the court-appointed attorney. There's 2 people ahead of you, and I'll have you talk to Mr. Bowditch, okay? Can you hear me, Ms. Foudy?
Barely.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna have you talk to the court-appointed attorney, but there's 2 people in front of you, so it's gonna be about 10 or 15 minutes, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so just go ahead and remute yourself and I'll call you when, I'll let you know when we get him in a couple minutes. Mr. Martell and Mr. Kaplan on Timothy Brockman, what are we doing?
Judge, there is an offer by the people. However, Mr. Brockman is not present because, again, he's in the Monroe County Jail. The offer is a misdemeanor offer. So even if we were going to take that or take advantage of the offer, of course, we would need him present.
Well, actually, Mr. Martell, I've got a suggestion for you because I'm all about thinking outside the box. How much jail time is he doing?
Somewhere in the area of at least 6 months. I would have to check for sure for the exact number of days with my staff.
This is a 90-day misdemeanor, Mr. Kaplan. If I send Mr. Martell a plea by mail and he pleads and he has his client sign it and we do it as a deferred for the 12-month period with the credit for the time served in jail, no trouble, no contact with Ms. Bell, no trouble for the year. Is that satisfactory to everybody? Would you like to talk to Ms. Bell about what that means?
Yeah, I'd have no objections, but I can speak to Ms. Bell about it.
All right, Mr. Martell, would that work as a plea by mail if we do it that way?
So essentially plea by mail, time served, no contact for 12 months, 771.
Yep.
I don't see any problem with it.
Okay, let Ms. Bell, who clearly needs to be able to join on this. Ms. Bell, I'm gonna put you in a breakout room with the prosecutor, Mr. Kaplan, if you rejoin breakout room number 2. The person with the identifier of Anthony, what's your last name? Or Rick C. Mr. Person with the identifier is Rick C. What's your name?
Cook, last name Cook, Richard Cook.
Oh, okay, Mr. Cook. Seems to me that I had, oh, you're on Mr. May. You're waiting on Mr. Mays.
Correct.
All right, as soon as Mr. Mays jumps on, we'll do your case. Just go ahead and remute yourself. The person with the identifier is Anthony. What's your last name? Okay. Yeah. Well, okay. You may have to now hit now. I think you got it now, Anthony. Go ahead and hit the mute button so that you unmute yourself, because I saw that it muted. So touch the screen, and where the red line goes through the microphone, touch it and remove that. And you might have to log out and log back in, because you're going to hit join with audio if you didn't do that appropriately. But it looks like all you have to do is unmute. And Mr. Freeman, I see you, Tracy Freeman. Can you unmute Mr. Freeman? Mr. Kaplan, on Mr. Brockman's case, did you talk to Ms. Bell?
I did, Your Honor. She had no objections to it. She understands what the deal is.
Okay, good enough. Mr. Martell, we're gonna send, I'm gonna put your file to the side. We'll send your office, which is the 615 Griswold Suite 400. Should I send it to your attention?
That would be great. Thank you, Your Honor.
And it will list this stuff with the credit for, I'm gonna say 120 days, and then with no contact.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. And then just have him sign it and get it back to us.
Sounds good. Thank you, Your Honor. And for the record, I was present at the courthouse this morning. Unfortunately, they would not let me enter. And so, it took me some time to reset up for Zoom. So again, my apologies.
Oh, no worries. Okay. You're all set. I will have somebody send you a plea by mail. All right.
Thank you.
And thank you, Ms. Bell, for being so patient.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a good day.
You too.
Yes, my name is Anthony Humes.
All right, Mr. Humes, thanks. I've got you check. I will check you in, Mr. Humes. And hang on one second. I have an offer from the prosecutor that if you plead guilty to this charge, they'll recommend a deferred sentence for a period of 3 months. Upon successful completion of the 3-month period, payment of $300 in costs, this case will be dismissed. You can take that plea, or I can put you in line to talk to the court-appointed attorney. It's up to you.
Okay, I can pay the $300.
Okay, do you understand that by pleading guilty, you're giving up your rights as listed in the advice of rights form? And is it true that you were causing a disturbance in Belleville on July the 23rd?
Yes, I set off a firework.
Okay, all right. I'll accept your plea. I'll defer it for the 3 months and assess the $300. Can you pay that within 30 days or do you need a payment plan?
I should be able to pay it in 30 days.
All
Or
right,
can I get or what's the payment plan?
you can do $100 a month.
Yes, I would do the payment plan.
Can I get a cell phone number and an email from you?
Yes, 313 353 4156.
And an email.
TonyHumes1212@gmail.com.
And is your hard address 42032 Milton in Van Buren?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we'll do $100 a month payment plan. No trouble for the 3 months. I'll pull it and dismiss it. You don't have to come back. Just make sure you make the payments, okay?
Okay.
You're all set. Thank you very much. Have a great day.
All right, you too.
Good morning. You on Hisham Tamar?
That is correct.
People versus Hisham Tamar. I have an offer from the prosecutor for an impaired and a double parking of $225. Is your client with you?
He is not. He should be getting on momentarily, and I'm assuming no technical difficulties because he is very well educated. So
Okay.
I did talk to him about that possible plea yesterday. So
Are
would
you
imagine he
standing
was-
in for Jeffrey Randa, or should I change the?
No, I work for Mr. Randa.
Okay, just making sure, because that's the appearance that we have. So I just wanted to make sure that I didn't have the wrong name in the file. All right, as soon as he jumps on, I'll do the case. Just hang out for a few minutes.
Thanks, Judge.
You're welcome. And your client's here.
Thank you, Your Honor. If I could I talk to him just briefly, or I can call him?
No. I'll put you in a breakout room with him.
Okay.
Mr. Tamar, I'm gonna have you join a breakout room with your attorney in breakout room number 3. Go ahead and hit join. Are you ready, Miss Taylor?
Yes, we are, Your Honor. Thank you, Your Honor.
Oh, you're welcome. People versus Hisham Tamar.
Mr. Nolan, did you want to put your appearance?
Oh, sorry, Shane Nolan on behalf of the city of Belleville.
Good morning, Your Honor. Genevieve Taylor appearing on behalf of the Attorney of Record, Jeffrey Randa, with the consent of Mr. Tamar, who is here via Zoom and also consents to having that via Zoom. Is that all correct, Mr. Tamar?
Yes.
And we did go over a plea deal with you with respect to that the city would be dismissing the original OWI count and you'd be and the speeding, and you would be pleading guilty to an added count of operating while visibly impaired and responsible. Was it impeding or double parking, Your Honor?
It's a double parking.
And responsible to the double parking, which is just a fine over $200, but under 300, if I remember correctly.
It's
no point.
225.
225 and will not go on your record. You understand that?
Yes.
And that's what you'd like to do going forward?
Yes.
You understand that operating while visibly impaired is a 93-day misdemeanor, which means you could serve up to 93 days in jail, up to $300 fines plus costs. 4 points would be on your driver's license. There could be a suspension if you already have points. You understand all those things?
Yes.
And you still like to go forward?
Yes.
And you understand that you have rights that are associated with trial. And if you go forward with this plea, you're going to give up all those rights that are associated with going to trial.
Yes.
Okay.
Do you understand, as your attorneys explained, that by pleading guilty, you're giving up those rights? Is that correct?
Yes, I do.
And is it true that on or about May the 30th, you were in the city of Belleville and you had consumed alcohol before getting behind the wheel of the vehicle that you were driving?
Yes.
As a result of your consumption of alcohol, your ability to drive was impaired.
Yes.
Took a breathalyzer and flew above the legal limit.
Yes.
Do you understand this plea?
I do.
And is it voluntary?
Yes, it is.
Anybody promise you or threaten you to get you to plead guilty in this matter?
No.
I have a hard address of 2345 Lancashire, apartment 1B in Ann Arbor. Is that correct?
That's correct.
A phone number of 505-449-7979.
That's correct.
And an email of hish.tam@gmail.com.
I believe it might be TEM instead of TAM.
Oh, okay. You believe it is, or it
No,
is?
no, it is.
Okay.
I know it is. It's just, I saw that it was mistyped once.
Yep, I got it. So I did the correct.
Yeah.
I made the correction. Probation is going to be in contact with you, send you some paperwork, ask you some questions, meet with you by Zoom, and then I will send you sometime 4 to 6 weeks, or probably 6 to 8 weeks, because she's out right now. And then we will be in contact with your attorney and we'll sentence you by Zoom, okay?
Okay.
All right, so you're all set for today. Thank you very much.
Great.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Have a great day.
Nice to see you. Thank you, Mr. Nolan.
Thank you.
Yeah, Mr. Basil, give me 1 second. Mr. Bowditch on Tabitha White Eagle, what are we doing?
Your Honor, purposes of arraignment, we waive formal reading.
You know what? I
stand.
don't have her. She must still be in the breakout room. She is. I have to close it out. There she is. Go ahead, Mr. Bowditch.
Your Honor, purposes of arraignment, we waive formal reading, stand mute. For the pretrial phase, Your Honor, Ms. White Eagle wishes to take the mercy of the prosecutor and plead guilty to the charge of false information with the understanding the court will keep the file for 120 days, 4 months. If she's in no more mischief, matter will be dismissed upon payment.
And it's
of fines.
assessing $400 in costs. Is that your understanding, Ms. White Eagle?
Yes, ma'am.
And is it true that on or about June the 22nd, you were in the city of Romulus and you had an incident where you interfered with the police while they were doing their legal duties?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll accept your plea. I'll defer for 4 months. Can you pay the 400 within 30 days or do you need a payment plan?
Can I have a payment plan just in case, please?
Can you do $100 a month so that it's paid off within the 4 months?
Yes.
And I have a phone number for a hard address of 5951 Metro.
Yes.
A phone number of 517-366-8853.
Yes.
And do you have an email?
Tabitha White Eagle at gmail.com.
we will send you the payment plan, make the payments, no trouble, and it'll be dismissed, okay?
Okay, thank you so
Your
much.
Honor,
Yes.
does her husband, I think her husband has the same companion case. Miss White Eagle, what's your husband's last name?
Price.
Price. If you know, we could do both those, Your Honor. I think they're both willing to do this. I don't know if you have a price today or not,
I don't think so.
but they both received the same charge.
Yeah, I don't have the file, so.
All right, that's fine, Your Honor.
His
Did he
court date,
get a
I believe-
different date?
Yeah, that's what it was. He's got a different date. It's on the
Okay.
second, I believe.
Yeah, I can't do any, I don't even have anybody to pull a file, Mr. Bowditch.
I
and-
thought it'd be the same day, Your Honor.
No, it's not. I don't know why. They must have come over separately. All right, you're all set, Miss White Eagle. Make sure you make the payments. Mr. Bowditch, next you have Mr. Pomo, Bradley Pomo. The offer is impaired. Mr. Pomo, I'm going to put you in a breakout room with Mr.
Thank you,
Bowditch.
Your Honor. Have a great day.
You too.
Thank you, Miss White Eagle. Call me
Okay.
Jeff
Bowditch,
Blanker.
I
Mr.
will.
Bowditch,
Absolutely.
Mr. Bowditch, rejoin breakout room number 1. Mr. Pomo, go there. Mr. Bazell, you asked if you could take advantage of that plea.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand that by pleading guilty, you're giving up your rights as listed in the advice of rights form?
Yes.
And is it true that you were driving and your license was suspended on July the 1st?
Yes.
It is a $445 ticket, and the other cases will be dismissed. Can you pay that within 30 days, or do you need time to pay it?
I do need a payment plan.
Can you pay $100 a month?
Can I start next month?
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
I'll do $100 a month. Is your hard address the 16031 Beach Daily, lot 23 in Taylor?
Lot 237.
Lot 237. Can I get a cell phone number and an email?
734-833-7364. And then the email is bazellpreston@gmail.com.
At Gmail?
Yes, ma'am.
Perfect. All right, you are all set. Make the payments and you're done with us, okay?
Thank you.
And I dismissed the other cases. Mr. Mays, you're here on with Mr. Cook.
Yes, we are.
You need Mr. which prosecutor it is. Hang on a
Mr.
second.
Nolan,
I'll bill, Your Honor.
Okay.
we were looking for a dismissal on this case, and last Mr. Nolan and I were talking,
Yeah, you guys can't, Mr. Nolan, we don't do this. You have to rewrite the tickets. I don't know, Mr. Mays, if you had a conversation with him, we do not reduce, never have in the 27
No.
years I've worked here. What's that?
That's purely on me as a new prosecuting attorney, so I
Yeah.
apologize for
We
that.
don't reduce alcohol related to non-alcohol related charges.
Understood.
With that being said, sometimes you could have a breakout room later with Mr. Kaplan. The prosecutors have issued new tickets and then dismissed the old tickets, if you understand what I'm saying.
Your Honor, if I may, I was going to reduce the charge to careless and extend that offer. I don't get the impression that Mr. Mays will advise his client to take that anyhow. And quite frankly, I think the probable cause on this stop was questionable. So in light of same, I would be willing to dismiss this charge altogether.
okay. And that sounds acceptable.
All right.
I hope.
So I'll nollie pros the case. You're all set.
Thank you very much, Your Honor. Everybody have a great day.
You
Thank
too.
you too.
Thank you.
Miss Foudy, you're next. Mr. Cook, you're all set. Mr. Boahanas is back. All right, Mr. Freeman, can you hear me? Miss Augustiniak, can you hear me? Christy Augustiniak, you have to unmute yourself. Mr. Balahanis, what's your client's name?
Fernando Ivanowski, Your Honor.
Fernando what?
Ivanowski.
Oh, Mr. Ivanowski, do you have him with you or you?
Yeah, he's with me. I asked him to step in the reception area because I was planning on hopefully talking to the prosecutor, see if there's an offer.
Okay, actually, hang on, let me pull the file. On Mr. Ivanowski's case, there is an offer of second offense and resisting, dismissing, the disobeying, and the speeding. Do you want to talk to Mr. Nolan?
Sure.
All right, Mr. Nolan, I'm going to put you in a breakout room with Mr. Balahanis. Breakout room number 3. And Mr. Balahanis, if you want to join him.
Sure, thank you.
There, Miss Augustiniak, can you hear me? Mr. Hall, good morning. Can you hear me?
Yeah, good morning. I can hear you.
Let me pull your file. Hang on just a second. Is it Darrell?
Yeah, it's Darrell.
Mr. Hall, I have an offer from the prosecutor of a double parking, $225, and they'll dismiss the misdemeanor if you're interested in taking that deal. Then I can, and if you could pay that within 30 days. Otherwise, I can have you talk to the court-appointed attorney. There's one person in front of you.
I think I'll just take, was it 225 you said?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, I'll take that.
And can you pay that within 30 days?
Yes.
Just pay it at the court, or you can mail it in or pay it online, okay?
Okay.
Then you are all set. Thank you very much and have a great day.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Mr. Rodriguez, can you hear me? Mr. Rodriguez, can you hear me?
Hello?
Hello, who's this?
Good morning, Mr. Rodriguez. I've got
Good
you
morning.
checked in. Hang on just a second. Mr. Bowditch, did you finish on Mr. Pomo?
Yes, Your Honor, we did.
And let me see if I can get him out of the breakout room. People versus Brad Pomo. Mr. Bowditch?
Your Honor, for the record, Jeffrey Bowditch appearing on behalf of with Mr. Pomo. For arraignment purposes, Your Honor, waive formal reading, stand mute. As far as the pretrial, Your Honor, we'd like to adjourn this for some discovery if we could.
I don't have, Mr. Nolan, give me just a minute. And matter of plea of not guilty on behalf of him for the arraignment purposes. I'm gonna set this over, is September 16th at 10:10, okay?
Busy day, Your Honor, but yes, it's fine.
Busy day for,
I have 3 trials that day with Judge Martin.
are they in the afternoon?
11:30, 12, and 12:30.
Okay, no, because this is just one pretrial at 10 o'clock, yeah.
All right, Your Honor. Excuse me, Your Honor, I have a court officer on the other line.
Yep. Mr. Bowditch, we'll go ahead. I was gonna wait for Mr. Nolan, but I'll go ahead and just adjourn it to the September 16th at 10 a.m. You're gonna be back with me on that day, okay, Mr. Pomo?
Yes, thank you very much, Judge.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
You too.
Mr. Bowditch, I'll assign you to that case and then you can talk to Mr. Nolan when he jumps back on. Mr. Bowditch, the last one that I have for you right now, until I check a couple other people in, is Miss Jordan Bowdy. It's an offer for impaired and the other cases will be dismissed.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Miss Bowdy, I'm gonna put you in a breakout room with Mr. Bowditch. If you rejoin breakout room number 1, Mr. Bowditch, I will send her there. Go
Thank
ahead
you,
and
Ron.
hit join, Miss Bowdy. Mr. Rodriguez.
Yes, ma'am.
I have an offer from the prosecutor that if you plead to allowing an unlicensed driver to drive, which does not go in your driving record, that the other cases will be dismissed. You do have a handicap ticket that you owe us $316 on that I'll talk to you about separately. It's an old case. If you're interested in taking that deal, it's a $345 ticket. And the other cases will be dismissed, or I can have you talk to the court-appointed attorney if you would like that. It's up
That's
to you.
345 to Belleville. Is this?
It's gonna be $345, yeah, to the court, but yeah, it's the Belleville case. And then there's a Romulus case that you owe us $316 on.
I'll take it.
Okay, do you understand that by pleading guilty, you're giving up your rights as listed in the advice of rights form?
Yes, ma'am.
And is it true that you allowed an unlicensed driver to drive a vehicle that you were in on July the 19th of this year in the city of Belleville?
That is correct.
I'll assess the 345 that we just talked about. Do you need a payment plan? Because between the two, it's 345 and the, what I say it was 316
I need 2 weeks from today.
to pay all of it?
Yes, ma'am. I will pay before that. At the latest.
45 and 316. The total is 661 and that includes the clearance on your license, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Hang on just a second. What I'll do is, I'll just mark on the file that you're gonna pay within 30 days, okay? On
Yes, ma'am.
both of them.
Okay.
Is that good?
Yes.
All right, you're all set. Have a great day.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
Mr. Jadala, you're here on, Miss Augustiniak.
Yes, Judge, I was just asking if today's final pretrial or not, and if not, if there's an offer.
Hang on just a second, and I've been trying to get her to, Miss Augustiniak, I know that I.
Yes.
tried to-
Hi,
Can you hear me?
good morning.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I tried to get you before. You may have been waiting for Mr. Jadala.
No, I had stopped the video because I couldn't get my volume to go up. I had
Okay, got
unmuted
it,
it, but I
got
had
it.
to do it on the keyboard.
Yeah, victim to appear, Mr. Jadala. Mr. Nolan, do you know?
Your Honor, the victims will not appear. I did speak to the landlord or the owner of the house. He said that I think he knows Miss Augustiniak's family. He has no interest in pursuing any restitution anymore. And I had not been able to get a hold of the tenant living in the house whose grill was apparently damaged. So obviously there's no victim that will appear in that
Mr.
regard either.
Jadala,
I will make a motion to dismiss this matter.
motion to dismiss granted. Miss Augustiniak, you're all set. Case dismissed.
Thank you guys very, very much. I appreciate that. Enjoy
You're
your
welcome.
weekend.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
You too.
Thanks,
Judge, may you
Mr.
and your staff have a wonderful
Jadala.
day.
Yeah, you have a great day.
Mr. Cook never showed up. It was scheduled at 10 o'clock.
Nope, he never showed up.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. On Fernando Ivanowski.
Yes, Your Honor. I've had an opportunity to speak with defense counsel. We would request another adjournment so that I can have an opportunity to speak with my officer regarding this matter further and potentially reducing my plea even more than what it already is.
You understand what we talked about? You could talk to Mr. Kaplan if you don't understand the dynamics. Do you know what I'm saying?
Correct.
Okay, then I can give you, it's September 16th, enough time?
That should be okay.
Mr. Balahanis, September 16th at 9:40?
Oh, wait.
Yeah, September 16th at 9:40 is fine, Your Honor.
1 second, Your Honor. I might
Oh, no,
actually-
never mind. I'm sorry. It's a Belleville case. It'll be September 16th at 10:10.
That works,
Mr.
Your Honor.
Nolan, is that, yeah, I apologize. I was giving you a Romulus date or Romulus time.
That should be fine. I appreciate your
September
honor.
16th at 10:10. We'll see you then. You're all
Thank you
set.
so much. Have a great day. And
You
be safe.
too.
Thank you.
And Mr. Nolan, I adjourned for discovery. I want to say it was Poma. Mr. Bowditch needs discovery on Poma.
Okay. Your Honor, was that also adjourned to the 16th?
It was at 10 o'clock.
Okay.
People versus Mark Limit. Mr. Limit, can you hear me?
Yes.
Good morning. Hang on just a second and I will pull your file.
Okay.
Is it Mark? Yeah.
Yes.
Mr. Limit, I have an offer from the prosecutor to allowing an unlicensed driver to drive, which is a $345 ticket and does not get reported to the Secretary of State, and a double parking for $300 for a total of $645, and everything else would be dismissed. If you're interested in taking that, you can. Otherwise, I can have you talk to the court-appointed attorney in just a minute.
I couldn't hear you, Judge, on the second part of what you said.
That it's a double parking for $300 and allowing an unlicensed driver to drive for $345, which would be a total in fines and costs of $645, but it doesn't go on your driving record and everything else would be dismissed. You can take that, or I can have you talk to the court-appointed attorney in about 5 minutes.
Yeah, let me talk to the court appointed.
Okay,
Just so I can-
hang on just a second. Ms. Bowdy, Mr. Bowditch, are you ready on Jordan Bowdy?
Yes, Your Honor, we're ready. As far
Go
as
ahead.
As far as the arraignment, Your Honor, we would waive formal reading and stand mute. As far as the pretrial phase, Your Honor, Ms. Foudy wishes to take the mercy of the prosecutor, plead guilty to an added count of operating while impaired, with the understanding her original charge would be dismissed.
Do you understand, Ms. Bowdy, by pleading guilty, you're giving up your rights as listed in the advice of rights form? And is it true
Yes,
that
ma'am.
on or about July the 4th of this year, you were in the city of Belleville and you had been consuming alcohol before getting behind the wheel of the vehicle that you were driving?
Yes,
As a result of your consumption of alcohol, your ability to drive was impaired?
yes,
You took a breathalyzer and blew above the legal limit?
yes,
Do you understand this plea?
yes,
And is it voluntary?
yes,
Anybody promise or threaten you to get you to plead in this matter?
no,
I'll accept your plea. I'm gonna set this matter over for a sentencing. I need your cell phone number and your email. Do you have your cell phone number?
734-218. Yes. It's 734-218-6957.
And an email.
Fouty, Fouty, P21 @icloud.com.
Bowdy P21 @icloud.com.
Yes.
Okay, and probation's gonna be in contact with you. Is your hard address 3121 Grove in Ypsilanti?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Mr. Bottle should be on the file. She's gonna interview you and get you some paperwork that you gotta get back to us. And then she'll interview you and we'll do your sentencing just like this, okay?
Okay.
All right, you're all set for today. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Mr. Bowditch, Mr. Limit has the offer is allowing an unlicensed driver to drive for $345, a double parking of $300 for a total of $645, and the misdemeanors and the civil infractions will be dismissed. If I go ahead and put you in a breakout room with him, hang on one second. And I already told Mr. Nolan that you need a discovery on POMA.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Bowditch, I'm gonna assign you and Mr. Limit to breakout room number 1. Mr. Limit, go ahead and hit join. Person with Ariana's iPhone, what's your last name? Yeah, hello?
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. What's your last name?
Hannah, Hanna.
What time was your case set for?
I actually just called and they said 11. I'm in the middle of moving, so I never got the paper. I just thought I had court today.
I see you, Miss Hannah. Hang on just a second. Let me pull your file.
Okay, thank you.
Miss Hannah, I have an offer from the prosecutor that if you plead guilty to this, They'll recommend a deferred sentence for 6 months, pay $300, no trouble for 6 months, and it'll be dismissed. Are you interested in taking that deal, or would you like to talk to the court-appointed attorney?
What is that, just like a $300 ticket?
Yep, and 6 months, no trouble, and it's dismissed.
I can do that, but I really, like, what happened was,
If you want to make an explanation, I'm going to have you talk to the court-appointed attorney, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Okay, hang out, just
Wait,
mute your.
I'm
Yes?
sorry, is that like probation for 6 months?
No, it's a deferred sentence. It's not reporting or anything, no.
That's fine, I can do that.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Do you understand that by pleading guilty, you're giving up your rights as listed in the advice of rights form?
I never been in trouble before. Is that something that's gonna like be on my record?
You know what? I'm gonna have Mr. Bowditch talk to you. Just mute yourself and I'll have you talk. You're next for the court-appointed attorney. Hang on.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. Biotic, are you ready on Mr. Limit?
Ready, Your Honor.
People versus Mark Limit.
Your Honor,
Yes,
for the
Judge.
record, Jeffrey Bowditch appearing on behalf of Mr. Limit. Your Honor, we'd waive formal reading as far as the arraignment phase, and as far as the pretrial, Mr. Limit wishes to take the mercy of the prosecutor, plead to the one charge of double parking and one charge of allowing an unlicensed driver to drive a vehicle.
Do you understand that by pleading guilty and responsible, that you're giving up your rights as listed in the advice of rights form? Mr. Limit?
Yes, my phone breaking up.
No, that's fine. And that you're responsible for a double parking in the amount of $300, that on or about July the 13th, you allowed an unlicensed driver to drive.
Yes,
It's the $345 as we discussed on the unlicensed driver, and the prosecutor's $300 on the double parking for a total of $645. Do you need a payment plan for that?
yes,
Can you pay $100 a month?
yes.
I'll make a payment plan of $100 a month.
And can you tell me where do I pay to? Like who I pay
You can
to?
either pay it online, you can pay it live at the 34th District Court, or you can mail it in.
So I can come down to 34th District?
Yes, yes.
And then, can it be cash
then-
or it have to be money order?
No, you can pay cash, not in the mail.
Okay.
If you put it in the mail, don't pay cash.
Yeah, no.
Can I have your cell phone number and your email for the payment plan?
Yes, my email is mr.limmitt@yahoo.com. And my cell phone number is 734-294-7953.
All right, make the payments. And is your hard address the 23801 David in East Point?
No, you can change that address to 49211 South I-94 Service Drive, Belleville, Michigan.
Is there a apartment number on that? Or
Oh yeah,
no?
sorry about that. Yeah, building 13, apartment 24.
All right, we will change that, make the payments, no trouble, and or no, not no trouble. Make the payments. All right. You're all
Okay.
set. Have a great
All right.
day.
Thank
Thank
you,
you,
you
Mr.
too.
Limit.
And I have
Thank
Miss
you.
Hannah is last, and then you got to go to Judge Martin's. Miss Hannah is a deferred 6 months, $300. I'm going to put her in a breakout room with you. Miss Hannah, go ahead and hit join, and Mr. Bowditch will meet you there. Mr. Kaplan, you are all set. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Mr. Nolan, if you hang out for 2 minutes till Mr. Bowditch is done.
Your Honor, I apologize. On the stateside investments, can we just adjourn that to the October date?
Um,
Trying to resolve that with Mr. Joe Oram.
I don't have a stateside investments. Is it under something else?
Let me see where the document goes. It was at stateside. Smith Investment. I apologize. Smith Investment.
Okay, adjourn it to what?
That October date would be good. I'm just trying to. He's trying to get the CU.
October 7th at 9:20.
Yes, thank you, Your Honor.
All right, you're all set. Thanks.
Thank you.
All right, Mr. Nolan, 2 minutes.
No problem.
Mr. Bowditch, did you talk to,
Ready, Your Honor.
yeah, let me get her back.
Miss Hannah.
People versus Ariana Hanna.
Your Honor, for clarification, is the deferred period 6 months or 3 months?
The deferred period is, it says 6 months, but you can ask Mr. Nolan if he'll amend it to 3.
Sure,
Thank you.
no problem.
Thank you, Your Honor. We're ready, Your Honor. For purposes
Go
of
ahead.
arraignment, we would waive formal reading, stand mute. For purposes of the pretrial, Your Honor, Ms. Hannah wishes to take the mercy of the prosecutor and plead guilty with the understanding the matter will be deferred for 90 days. If she gets in no more mischief in the 90 days and the payment of $300, the matter will be dismissed.
Is that correct, Ms. Hanna?
Yeah.
And you understand that by pleading guilty, you're giving up your rights as listed in the advice of rights form?
Yeah.
And is it accurate that you gave the police inaccurate information about your identity because you had warrants?
No, I told them my whole name. I just didn't know his last name. I knew his first name. I just didn't know his last name.
But Mr. Bowditch,
Your Honor, may I voir dire Ms. Hannah?
yeah,
Ms. Hannah, well, now we're pleading guilty. Did
Okay.
you give the officers a little bit of false information on this day?
No. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Your
okay,
Honor, I'm
I'll
satisfied.
accept her plea. I'll defer for 3 months. Can you pay the 300 within 30 days? I'll make it $200. Can you pay that within 30 days?
Yes.
Okay, make the payment within 30 days, no trouble for 3 months, and it'll be dismissed, okay?
Thank
Okay,
you, Your Honor.
thank you.
All right, you're all set.
Thank
Mr. Bowditch, you need to go to Judge Martin's. Mr. Nolan, thank you very much. Have a great day. You send Mr. Bowditch